Hello everybody, welcome to online class. I am Professor Shruti Joshi, Faculty of KLS, Gogte College of Commerce, Belgavi. In today's class, we'll discuss regarding the importance of vouching. See, in the last class, we have started with the third unit, that is vouching, verification and investigation, and we have started with the topic of vouching with the meaning, definition and objectives. So in today's class, we'll discuss regarding the importance of vouching and routine checking, voucher, its meaning, its types, its nature of transaction which are available for vouchers. These things we'll discuss in today's class. So let's begin with the class. First is importance of vouching. See, vouching is the act of what? Checking or verifying evidential documents. Okay, the documents which are available for evidences to verify the books of accounts of the company, to find out the errors and frauds, and to know the authenticity, accuracy and reliability of books of accounts. So therefore, it is important for an auditor due to the different reasons. Why the vouching is important, that we'll understand one by one. First one is vouching is the backbone of auditing. How vouching is the backbone of auditing? See, the main aim or the goal of auditing is what? To detect the errors and frauds by verifying the books of accounts of the company, for proving the true and fairness of results presented by the income statement and the balance sheet, right? So vouching is the only way of detecting all sorts of errors and planned frauds. So it is the backbone of what? Auditing. Okay, then comes is vouching is the essence of auditing. See, auditing not only checks the accuracy of books of accounts but also verifies whether the transactions are related to business or not, whether the recorded transactions are related to the business activities or not. Okay, so all the transactions are performed after the prior approval of concerned authority or not, that will be verified. Okay, the transactions which are performed or the activities which are performed in the business or any other or you can say any process, okay, of the business are performed, whether they performed before the approval of the concerned authority or not, that after the approval, means after taking the approval of the concerned authority or not, that will be verified. So transactions are real or not, even that will be verified, because an accountant may include fictitious transactions. Okay, so that is he can add any kind of fictitious transactions to commit the frauds. So all these facts can be found with the help of vouching. So vouching is essential for auditing. So next comes is vouching is important to see whether evidences are correct or not. See, an auditor, he verifies what? The books of accounts. Why he while verifying. Okay, see, an auditor, he verifies what? The books of accounts to detect, to find out what? Errors and frauds. So frauds may be committed presenting duplicate vouchers. How the frauds can be done? Fraud can be done by presenting what? Duplicate vouchers or duplicate receipts. So all the small and big amounts of frauds can be detected with the help of what? Vouching. So all the evidential documents and records are to be checked or verified carefully and in detail by an auditor, which is the scope of vouching. So therefore, it can be said that vouching is the heart of auditing, because without the work of vouching, the work of auditing cannot be performed. So this is the importance of vouching in auditing process. Okay. Next comes is vouching and routine checking. See, routine checking covers what? The checking of every carry forward posting to ledger account and balance sheet of account. Whereas vouching includes routine checking, which is a mechanical checking, whereas vouching is made on the basis of documentary evidence. See, routine checking is what? Is simple checking process or verifying process. Involves what? Checking of each carry forward entries posting to ledger entries, then balancing of accounts and transfer of balances to the trial balance. Different types of tick marks are used for routine checking, whereas vouching is what? Vouching is a basis of documentary evidence. Routine checking is what? Simple checking process of day-to-day activities. Okay, whereas vouching is what? It is a documentary evidences which will help to audit the books of accounts of the company. Okay, next comes is voucher. See, do not get confused with the vouching and voucher. Vouching is a process where documentary evidences will be verified with the books of account. Okay, voucher is what? It is a document itself. The evidence document itself is a vouchers. Okay, so vouchers are the documents that the goods purchased were actually received, which supports the auditor's assertion that the goods and services posted to the financial statement truly exist. So voucher is what? A transaction is recorded in the books of accounts only. Okay, when business activities take place, the transaction comes to an existence. So existing transactions which take place, okay, those will be recorded in the books of the accounts. Okay, then when a documentary evidence is available to support the transaction, okay, when the documentary evidence is available to support the transaction, what may be the documentary evidences? It can be the receipt or counterfolio of a receipt, or resolution passed in the meeting, or cash memo, or pay-in slip, purchase invoices, sales invoices, minutes of a meeting. All such documents are known as what? Vouchers. So any documentary evidence which will be available to support the recorded transaction in the books of account will be known as what? Vouchers. Okay. Next comes is nature of transaction vouchers available. Which kind of vouchers are available? Different vouchers. You can say the example for the vouchers for different activities of the business, that we'll understand here. For sales activities, see, business activities involves which kind of activities? Purchase, sale, then cash payments, cash received, bank payments, payment received through the bank channels, right? So different activities take place in the business. So for every activities, what will be the documentary evidences? It will be vouchers. Then what are the nature of vouchers available for each kind of business activities? That we'll understand one by one. First is sales. For sales activity, what will be the vouchers or the documentary evidence? Sales orders, sales invoices, goods outward register, cash receipt, bank pay-in slip. Okay, these are what? Vouchers or the documentary evidences available for the auditing process. Then for purchases, it will be purchases quotations, purchase orders, purchase bills, goods inward registered, and so on. For cash payments, demand notes, cash receipts, cash memos. Then for cash received, duplicate or carbon copy of cash receipts, contracts and correspondence with payee. Then bank payments like checks, counterfolios, bank statements. Then payment received through bank channels. It can be the bank deposit slip or bank statements. So for every different business activities, different vouchers or the documentary evidences are available. Okay, next comes is types of vouchers. Different types of vouchers. There are actually two types of vouchers. Okay, the first one is primary vouchers, second one is collateral vouchers. What are these vouchers means? We'll understand one by one. The first one is primary voucher. See, primary voucher is a original copy of written supporting document is called as primary voucher, like purchase bill, cash memo, pay-in slip, and so on. See, when a written evidence is available, when a written documentary evidence is available in original copy, then it is known as what? Primary vouchers. Okay, it is known as what? Primary vouchers. The good example is purchase invoices or cash memos. Okay, or else you can say when you go to any of the shop to purchase the goods or the services. Okay, when you purchase it and when you pay the amount at the bill counter, you will get a bill which is either written or printed, but in an original copy. That will be known as what? Primary evidence. Next, collateral vouchers. Copies of supporting documents which are not available in original are collateral voucher, like duplicate or carbon copy of sales invoice. Okay, see, in some cases, okay, evidence in original copy are not available. Okay, in some cases, means sometime the owner may lose the evidences, sometime it will miss somewhere, the misplace take place. Okay, so in such cases evidences in original copies are not available. So copy of such evidences, some copies will be kept, either it will be the Xerox copy or photocopy or any other kind of copies, carbon copies, okay, of such evidences are made available for the purpose of auditing. Okay, the main aim is providing such copies is what? To satisfy the auditor regarding the correctness of transaction recorded. So such type of evidences will be known as collateral vouchers. The good example is carbon copies of sales invoices or any kind of a photocopies of resolution passed at a meeting. Okay, or Xerox copies of any type of invoices will be known as what? Collateral vouchers. These are what? Different types of the vouchers. Okay, other things we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.